wait just a little bit longer, but that makes the victory that much sweeter. As we welcome you here to Phillies Postgame Live, brought to you by Cure Auto Insurance. Amy Fiddle alongside Ben Davis. And an hour and 11-minute rain delay to come out. And you heard Alec Bohm there. He already had his stuff ready. He knew that they were going to walk Bryce Harper, and to have another RBI. What a night from him for a guy that had been really scuffling. Yeah, 3 hits on the night for him, a couple more RBIs, 54 now on the season. You also see the average back up to 292 for Alec. You knew it was going to be a matter of time before he gets it going again. He's too good of a professional hitter not to, and this is a big victory. We saw just about everything in this ball game that you could imagine, but they get out of here with a W to start the series, 5-3 win, and Ranger doing his thing. Some very good defense. Overall, great ball game. We're going to go down to Orioles Park in a moment. We're going to hear from John Kruk as well as Rob Thomson coming up. But you mentioned you saw everything in this game. You saw a wild pitch that had a play at the plate that led to the extra innings going into 11th. And you saw the rain delay. This was crazy, but the atmosphere down there, and I know those guys talked to Alec Bohm about it, the atmosphere really was a high-level, high-leverage playoff type of atmosphere. It was electric, and it goes to show you, and John hit the nail on the head, they're a good ball club and they are fun to watch. It's a great product that you get to go see. And again, I always tip my cap to ownership, John Middleton and the Bucks, and the fact that they put this product on the field. They want to win, and sometimes you have to go out and purchase players. That's what they've done. And this product that they're putting on the field day in and day out is fun to watch. And it's almost must-see TV. Yes. It is must-see TV. And I don't know about you, Amy, but that trip to England, I didn't like it for the fact that I couldn't see them play every day. Right, exactly. And, that's the way it is. It's the nature of the beast. But getting this team back and on our soil and watching these guys, and they turned out in Boston was phenomenal. And what they did just going south on 95, obviously, they turned out in droves. And the players appreciate that. That goes a long way with the players. Yeah, you saw Bohm. He basically had a live audience for his interview right there as they snapped their 3-game losing streak. This was a great one. We're going to get plenty of player reaction and hear from Rob Thomson as well. But let's go down to Camden Yards and check in with John Kruk. And John, you guys just talked to Alec Bohm. This game was wild. I mean, it's crazy. You had all these crazy plays. You almost forgot that Ranger pitched a heck of a game in this one because it seemed like it was so long ago. But overall, the impression was these are 2 of the best teams in baseball. You saw them go toe-to-toe, and it lived up to the hype.
Yeah, this was a playoff atmosphere if we've ever seen one. I mean, of course, the Oriole crowd was great. Phillies fans showed up. It was unbelievable, just the atmosphere and listening to the fans go back and forth with each other. It was, it was playoff baseball, and it well could be. I mean, these are 2 really good teams, and the pitching was good on both sides. The defense was pretty good on both sides, but our bullpen made pitches when they had to. You get, Adley Rutschman a couple times with runner scoring position leading the Orioles in RBIs, and they got a couple strikeouts on him. And, look, Matt Strahm gave up the home run to Santander, but, who else would you want in that situation right there? Matt Strahm, first run he's given up since, opening day. Mm-hmm. He just made a mistake, and trust me, that's a long way he hit that ball because left field, they moved that fence back forever. So that was a long one that he hit, but, the Phillies persevered. John, you look at Ranger Suarez tonight, 53% fastball usage, whether that be the 2-seamer or the 4-seamer. Shows you the command he had of that pitch tonight, and obviously that offsets his breaking ball and his changeup, but phenomenal usage of that fastball inside and out. Yeah, that's what I love about Ranger. He's not going to throw 100. We know that, but he's not afraid to pitch inside to both righties and lefties. And before the game, I was talking to Jim Palmer, the Orioles announcer, Hall of Famer. Unbelievably great pitcher in his own right. Name drop. And he was asking me, he did okay. And he was asking me about Ranger, and I said, Jim, the thing that you watch with Ranger is he will pitch inside to your right. He don't care if they're power hitters or not. He will pitch inside to them. And, his fastball, we've seen it been up to 95, 96. And he was surprised by that because, the reports that they got, he averages 92 miles an hour. But I say every once in a while he'll get it up there when he needs it. But, when you can pitch inside to righties, especially the power guys for the Orioles, and then you can have that changeup that Ranger has, and he can run it away from him. It's a tough matchup for anyone, especially with how confident he is right now. And just another ho-hum, 1-run, 6-inning game for Ranger.
Well, speaking of confidence, and I know you mentioned it, Seranthony Dominguez to come in this situation with the game on the line obviously meant a lot, a very high leverage situation for him. What do you think that did for his confidence? Because he has been pitching better as of late.
Yeah, he has been better as of late, Amy, but I think this could turn him to what he was when he first came up. That power arm out of the bullpen that can strike guys out. He struck out the last 2 guys in this game to end the game, and his ball was moving like it was, before he had the Tommy John surgery. And I think maybe that this could be the turning point for Seranthony. Like you said, it has been getting better. Tonight was just filthy. And not filthy in a bad way either. It was very impressive what Seranthony did, and we're going to need him. The Phillies are going to need him the rest of the way because the bullpen sometimes you can get overused. I know Rob Thomson told us in Boston, I got to figure out a way to get some guys in. Well, you play 12 innings or whatever they played. And, you're going to use your bullpen guys. So Seranthony was just absolutely phenomenal tonight. And hopefully, that adds another layer to the back end of the Phillies bullpen to go with the rest of the guys who have been pitching great all year.
Absolutely. A strong inning from him, strong inning from Orion Kerkering, who ended up getting the win. And the Phillies get a big win down in Camden Yards. It's going to be a fun weekend down there, John. We appreciate you joining us. We'll see you tomorrow, buddy.
Thanks, Johnny.
Okay, doke.
At least you could hear them a lot better.
A lot of red in those stands.
Yeah, which was great to see.
A lot of red.
So there was an hour and 11-minute rain delay. Phillies come back out. They score 2 in the top of the 11th, and then Seranthony Dominguez comes in to close it out. This was billed as like a marquee game, right? A big matchup. This could be a World Series type of preview. When you're looking at it, I feel like both teams acquitted themselves quite well. Takeaways when you look at maybe how this could set up for the rest of the weekend in this one?
Well, you're going to get another good pitching performance tomorrow. And again on Sunday. I think everyone's kind of looking forward to Sunday's matchup between Wheeler and Burns, but you can't overlook tomorrow. You got to, if you want to win the series, do it tomorrow, and then maybe you could possibly sweep the O's. But they got to worry about Taijuan Walker's got to worry about this lineup tomorrow and see how they can attack these guys. But I would look for the Orioles to come out swinging tomorrow because this is a lineup that was obviously kept at bay tonight, and these guys like to swing the bats. They're very good. Possibly better weather tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think this is a very good litmus test for the Phillies and for the Orioles because let's face it, there's just not a lot of great baseball clubs in either league.
Right.
And you're going up and down and just watching it. I mean, this was just the 13th game that the Phillies have played against a team with a above 500 win-loss percentage.
When it's a team that's like right behind
that's
them
hard
as far
to believe.
As like the rest
and
of
it's
the record
and it is. It's like not beating a dead horse, but you really can only play the teams that are on your schedule in front of you. And the Phillies have done a very good job of not looking back, not looking forward, and just worrying about the guys, the task at hand. And they're going to have to do that again tomorrow.
With the win, Phillies move to 25 games over 500. 25 games over 500.
Believe
Orioles, 21 games over 500. Let's check in with Rob Thomson now.
So first of all, I just want to say we got the greatest fans in the world. Those people stayed till the end. That was really cool. Our guys really appreciate it.
For June baseball, given the atmosphere,
Like a
quality of
playoff.
play on, how can you match that in June? I mean, that seems that.
I mean, there were, all the talk about this series, and it's all on MLB Network and all over the place. A big series, and yeah, the atmosphere was tremendous. We got a lot of Philly fans here, and obviously a lot of Baltimore fans. It was a great game, back and forth, and yeah, it was just really good. It was like a playoff game.
And how badly you think Bohm needed that hit there?
Yeah, I mean, he got 2 other hits, but I mean, that was big. And yeah, I think that was big for him.
What was your mindset during that rain delay?
What do you mean?
Just like, did they give you an idea going into it how long it was
Yeah,
going to be?
yeah. They said it was going to be about an hour. And so we were just waiting, and then Laz came in and said, we probably got about 10 minutes left for rain, and once they pull the tarp, we got 15 minutes. We'll go. And that's exactly what it was.
is it weird pausing a game? I mean, it was such a tense moment there in the 10th, and it was a tense game the entire night, and like having to just like press pause for like an hour.
Yeah, I'm sure that's happened before when I've been around, but I can't remember when. But yeah, it was. And then you come back and half the stadium's gone or more.
Could that have been a good thing in a way? You were on the wrong end of 2 plays of the play in the 10th, and you kind of regroup for now, and you come out and immediately.
Yeah, I guess it worked. I guess.
How about Marchand tonight with the homer and
Awesome.
play at third?
Yeah, play at third, the homer. If he doesn't slip, he gets Mullins at the plate, and he hit a ball hard to second base too. Back pick, so he played free, played relaxed, and that's what you should do.
So now he just slipped there?
Yeah. Yeah, he took, it looked like he spun his wheel.
Was that a cross-up with Corcoran?
Yeah. Yeah, he called slider and threw fastball. But the crowd was loud.
Yeah.
Couldn't hear.
And lost and everything else. Ranger, he struggled a bit, but he always seemed tough,
Yeah.
those innings out tonight.
Yeah, he pitched great. I thought he was great. He really was. I think his fastball was 93, 94 at times, and I thought he had the best changeup of the year tonight. And he got a lot of swings and misses on it. Great poise and a playoff type atmosphere. So I thought he was great.
What kind of test do you think this was for Corcoran to come in, like, in a safe situation
Yeah.
like that? He
Yeah.
almost got through it.
Yeah, he almost did. If he doesn't cross him up, we get through that maybe. So yeah, I thought the entire bullpen pitched great. Really, I mean, Strom gives up a home run on a fastball that Santander clipped at his shoulders, and that you tip your cap. So, but I thought he was great.
If Rojas has a better like secondary lead there, does he get
Yep.
home?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that something you guys will talk to?
Yeah, it's done.
Done.
Yeah.
And I know I saw Marshall's on the box score. Like, he come out okay? But
Yeah, he played 6 innings. I think he had 4 at bats. I don't know exactly what transpired in his at bats.
One of them, like, did he come out of it okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I know every win's important, but you keep saying playoff atmosphere, the resilience tonight. Does this one feel a little different or a little more than the win? Long week for you guys.
Well, I think that's probably the most exciting game that we've had this year. But it's like a playoff game. So, and the guys responded, so that's good to see.
You've seen your fans show out a lot at home in October, of course. How does this rate, just coming down here and kind of taking over the yard of the game?
It's huge. Chris and I were talking about it earlier. Like, we've been on this long road trip. They show up to Boston. They show up here. They stay through a rain delay. Yeah, it just tells me a lot about our fan base. It's just fantastic.
That's what makes him the Ranger.
He's such a cool customer, too. So you can see his numbers here as far as everything, the 88 pitches you mentioned. He did lower his ERA, 1.77 now, but he does not pick up his 11th win, which would have been the first in Major League Baseball. But here's a guy, this lineup, we mentioned it, is a very formidable lineup. They average just over 5 runs per game, and to keep them on their heels, only giving up 1 earned, to the heart of this lineup, guys like Adley Rutschman, obviously, and then you're looking at Gunnar Henderson. Those guys can rake, and he kept them at bay.
Yeah, he walked through this lineup pretty easily tonight. 6 2/3. I would have liked to see him finish at 7th, but obviously Jeff Hoffman came in there to bail him out with some paint of his own. And this is typical Ranger Suarez. He just goes out there and competes. He battles. He believes his stuff. He believes his late movement, and he goes out there and he does what he does, and that's what makes him so fun to watch. Players love playing behind him because he works quickly. He had some excellent defense behind him tonight. Alec Bohm had some great plays. The play on Marchand out in front of the plate to get the guy at third base, not able to complete the double play, but just always able to get that lead runner. He had some very good defense behind him tonight, and why not? If you're going to pitch that quickly and throw strikes, I'm going to be on my toes and ready to field whenever you're out there.
Let's check in now in the clubhouse with Ranger Suarez.
Ranger, obviously you've pitched a lot of big games over the last couple of years with that crowd on the road. How did tonight compare to some of the bigger regular season games?
Se escuchan muchos juegos grandes, pero la atmósfera hoy con los fanáticos, ¿qué tanto se compara con los juegos grandes que te has pichado?
No, hoy teníamos bastantes fanáticos, eso me alegra bastante porque los fanáticos nos siguen a todos lados y eso es importante para uno como lanzador, ver a tu fanaticada que te apoya siempre, es un gusto verlo.
Today there were a lot of fans here, and that makes me really happy because we see the fans that follow us on the road, and to see fans, everywhere that you play at, it's really important.
It seemed like the changeup was really working tonight. Did it feel the best it's felt all season?
Yeah. Sí, hoy fue uno de mis días que mi cambio estaba trabajando bastante bien. Lo estaba tirando en el conteo que yo quería. Sí, me ayudó bastante hoy.
Today was one of those days when I change up. It worked really well throughout the game, and I was throwing it in the counts that I wanted. It really helped me throughout the game.